Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday. Thought I'd do a bit of gardening today and cut the grass and trim back the old privet bush there. Cleaned out the old birds and split the cocks and the hens up. Give them a bath. Everyone's had a bath today. So in that section before the hens were split up were some pigeons that we quarantined. They were in there for about 3 weeks. We quarantine every pigeon that we get in, and every new pigeon that we acquire, we quarantine them. So there's one pair of Gabby Van der Beelies from Darryl Roderick, our friend up in Wales, that set them down before, and they won for us. They're very good birds, Gabbies, very good on a hard day. We got a cock in there that's won for us. He's a Gabby. Well, he's a Gabby cross Cooster, but we've raced them pure and they've won for us too. So we'll be trying them in the stock loft this year, and 2 fantails which we're going to be using for droppers. So we split them up, cocks and hens. The cocks are sulking a little bit, but the hens are obviously trying to get back in their section. But that's it for them for the winter now. So well, for the rest of the summer, and they'll be paired up again in January. So literally scrape the whole lot out, and some people use pump sprayers to, you know, get coverage of disinfectant in the loft. Some people use it, obviously the loft white on the floor, which we do use sometimes, and just a normal spray bottle with disinfectant. But we've got this brilliant little contraption we bought last year. We haven't used it much, to be fair, but it is so good. This is called a electrostatic super handy fogger. This was about, I think it was £200 on Amazon, for industrial use and for obviously domestic use as well. But you just fill that canister up at the back, the tank full of a disinfectant of your choice. So we use Virkon S for disinfectant. It's brilliant stuff. This is just water because finished disinfectant now, so I don't really want to waste it for a demonstration. It's a cordless battery, brilliant little thing. It lasts for up to an hour, 365-degree coverage. So it's literally well, obviously with the pump sprayer, the droplets are quite big, and this is literally a fogger. So you probably won't be able to see it. It's that fine, but I'll turn it on. It's brilliant. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's just water droplets. If you can see, that is just fog. Seen plenty of that training recently in the mornings, fog. But yeah, brilliant little thing. Highly recommend one of those. They're absolutely fantastic. Like I said, the charge lasts for a long time, and we can disinfect, say, a loft that size in under a minute. So that's 16 by 8. So it took about 30 seconds to do that 8 by 6 section in there. Obviously we had to do it because there was pigeons in there that were being quarantined. They're all fine. The droppers are over there on the landing board. The 2 little fantails from Darryl as well. So what we'll do with them is we'll get them trap trained, be out on the landing board for a bit, and then once they're comfortable and that, they can go out. But we will trim one side of the wing off so they can't fly too far. Obviously we don't want to lose them, and they're just there for droppers. They're there for that reason. So we'll trim a couple of their secondaries down, and the primaries, and then they'll be absolutely fine. They're fine, nice and healthy, which is good. So I'll sit down. Yesterday was our first race. We only sent 10. We've got 33 birds in there at the minute. So we sent 10. We got 7 back. We got one. Well, we got 6 back and 1 back this morning. So that's 7 out of 10, which isn't bad really, considering the returns that were in the club. Some people lost nearly half their team. Obviously we sent small numbers, so we had the best returns in the club, but we came 12th club, which is, we're not too worried about positions at this time in the season because it's their first race. We only wanted to send a few to test the water to see how they'd do, but the training has been a bit hit and miss recently with the weather. It's not like this all the time. It's lovely day today. It's a bit on the warm side, but if it was like this since we started training, we'd have got into the first race and we'd have got them all in there. But we sent a few and we got the majority of them back, 7 out of 10, which isn't bad. We think as a club, members was saying the same thing, that obviously people were rushing their birds on to the transporter, and there's some known fanciers that are only sending their birds training 5 miles up the road towards the end of the bypass, which is absolutely shocking. You're not going to get your birds from there. And it showed on the Liberation, because the Liberation, the convoyer said that a batch headed north, which is obviously up the country, and we're coming down. So a big batch headed north and the others went south. So a couple of ours could have gone up there. A club member, John Angwin, he had one reported in Bristol this morning, so they did go north. We haven't had any reported as of yet, but we had one come this morning. So yeah, they obviously, a lot of people haven't thought about the time and effort of other fanciers that they've put into their birds, and they just send them on there just hoping for the best. But it doesn't work like that. You've got to really train them up. Hence why we didn't send all of ours, because we haven't had the amount of training that we'd have liked. But they were coming well from training, so we sent a few and got 7 out of 10. So and 12th club. But we kick on from that, and we'll see what we can send next week. So next week's Honiton, which is 109 miles, and there's 2 of them. We've got 6 out injured. A few come back from training, cut up, limping, so they won't be going till probably the last Honiton. But we'll see. So plenty of training this week. It's good weather, so they've had a chill out day today. We've put up 2 baths on the veranda there, just open the door, and they could do whatever they want for the whole day. This is just a chill out day for them. And back on the road tomorrow. Apart from the one that came today, he won't be going on the road until, he may not even go this week coming, but we'll see how he goes. So yeah, they just had a nice bath, fed them, but before we fed them, obviously they were having a bath, they took off. A couple of them, I think it was 6 to 8 pigeons flew for an hour, and one of them was one that came back from racing yesterday. So yeah, they're feeling all right. They're feeling good. So that's the main thing was returns for us, because obviously we knew that there was going to be some pigeons on the transport that weren't trained right, and there was going to be some losses, and it showed in the club. Lots of losses, which is unusual for some of the fanciers that are in our club, because they train their pigeons well, and they'll go 50 mile with them. And Oakhampton is only another 22 mile on that to us, and he's lost pretty much, well, he lost 10 yesterday. Another one lost 12 and another 10, so 30 odd pigeons went missing from the club yesterday. It was the birdage was 173 pigeons, and it was a very strange race, because normally from Oakhampton they take around about an hour and a quarter. It was an hour and 45 this time. So the ones that headed north, God knows what happened to them, but it is what it is. But it was very gappy. We had our first bird, and then she was 20 minutes ahead of our second pigeon. We saw a couple of big batches go over ours after we had our first one, and they were my Uncle Willie's, I think. So he didn't come to the club, but I think we beat him by about 4 minutes. But yeah, 12 clubs, so we just roll on from that. And young birds is all about education, really. It's obviously, if we get a good pigeon and we do win something, it's definitely a bonus, but it's all education for when they're yearlings in that loft there. So yeah, there we have it, guys. So hopefully next week we'll have a better race. Obviously some of them are going to be, well, most of them are going to be going straight into 109, but we'll get them trained twice a day next week, all the way up until Thursday and Friday basketing. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, good returns. Hope everyone else's racing season's going well. We showed our birds again up at Stithian Show 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and we got the best opposite sex Yarn Bird trophy, won that, and a couple more firsts and seconds. So we're doing well at the showing, but that's the last one this year. So we'll concentrate on the racing now. We're racing men. You know, showing secondary, it's just a bit of fun, but it's always good to get a ticket, and this year we got a trophy for it. So happy days. But all in all, obviously we would have hoped for the other 3 to come back, but if they've gone north with the other pigeons, we won't see them again, unfortunately. But that's the side of pigeon racing we don't like. It's never nice losing birds. It's not their fault. Unfortunately, you get people in the combine, in clubs and organisations, that think their birds are going to be coming home with a few tosses at 5 miles just up the road, which is no good. So they're just relying on the pull of the other pigeons. It just doesn't work. But we try our best with ours, and that's all we can do. So I'll do another video soon, guys. Take care of yourselves, and most of all, enjoy pigeons. Oh, if you do want a link, or just go on to Amazon for that. It's the best bit of kit you can buy for cleaning out your birds. It really is. It's a really good bit of kit, that is. Class. So I'll leave it there, guys. Enjoy your pigeons. Cheers.